A white fighter, as Muhammad would say, against Larry Holmes, who was a substitute. It was to have been Nick Wells, but he was so badly beaten around the eyes by Bobick 2 weeks ago in Fort Worth that he had to be substituted for, and Larry Holmes is in. Larry Holmes fights out of Trenton, New Jersey.
He reminds me of himself in footwork, the way he's constantly moving and circling, but I don't know if he's as fast, but he seems to be pretty good so far.
Bobick, of course, punches strongly with either hand. He has knockout power in either hand. He keeps coming at you, coming at you, coming at you.
I'm sorry. They say boxing is dying. That's because when one race dominates, then there's no excitement. And this is a good thing that we have a good heavyweight coming up here, and I noticed the crowd is real tense and everybody's really watching because it's very unusual that we get good white heavyweight fighters. And this is a good one.
What a good left just then by Larry Holmes, who's sticking that left very well and who does have the movement you've described.
Well, yes, he's moving. This is really helping him. If he can keep this up for 3 rounds and gain points.
Oh, there was the quick right, a jolting right. As Holmes was perhaps feeling a little confident because he was getting some lefts in and
he
moving.
Don't look too shook up, Howard. It was a good right,
but it was a good right. It had Holmes off balance. But again, in the Olympic scoring, with 1:30 left in round 1 in Olympic scoring, that doesn't count any more than a Holmes jab.
Howard,
Duane Bobick.
If Duane wins this fight, I might have to challenge him to a future fight.
He is strong. It's amazing the boxers that have come into the professional ranks out of the Olympics. Muhammad, yourself.
You never can tell who's coming up, and the Olympics is a good way to watch out for him. Frazier came through the Olympics, myself, Floyd Patterson, many great fighters come through the Olympics.
George Foreman.
Right.
45 seconds left in this, the first round. Duane Bobick against Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes has been knocked down, but who has used his left jab rather effectively and who continues to move on his toes. As Muhammad Ali himself said, a little like Muhammad Ali. But Bobick, the pursuer and the aggressor.
A little like me, but not quite Howard, but something like me.
Right by Bobick there in the left. And another left by Bobick. Now he's getting to him.
If Bobick lands with some of these punches, he could hurt.
End of round 1. Back in a moment. Fieldhouse at West Point. The heavyweight Olympic boxing trial. Duane Bobick, the white fighter. And Larry Holmes, substitute against Bobick. It was to have been Nick Wells. But after what Bobick did to Wells 2 weeks ago in Fort Worth, Nick is here today. That was what you call a caution, not a warning, from Raleigh Schwartz, the referee. Wells' eye.
That's another referee that refereed many of my Golden Glove bouts. Schwartz there.
The important thing is, though, Muhammad, that in a caution, no points are deducted from the fighter being cautioned. In a warning, you will see the referee turn and face each of the 5 judges, say warning, and that means a mandatory deduction of points. We're in the second round of the heavyweight Olympic boxing trial final.
I like to say, Howard, for the people just watching, don't know much about boxing, these are the best 2 heavyweights in the amateur boxing in America.
Minute and a half left in this round, Muhammad. And now hitting behind the head, another caution.
Usually the one who wins this American heavyweight title goes on to win the world heavyweight title. Many times the United States have a lot of losses over the world Olympic competition, but usually the bigger weights always win because we produce better big fighters.
There'll be 500 boxers on hand in Munich, West Germany. 500. Tremendous improvement in the African fighters. The Mexican fighters very good in the lower weight classification. The Russians very good up and down. Some good Britishers. And all of the boxing highlights coming to you from Munich, West Germany, when we begin our Olympic telecast. And, of course, they'll begin on August 25th, 26th, the opening day ceremonies, and then on to the event.
There's something about heavyweights, Howard, how heavyweights excite people more so than any other weight. And I'm glad that we have a good match here tonight. It's not a dead fight. It's not a slow fight. It's real active. And that's good.
A warning. That was a warning. You saw referee Schwartz advising each of the judges points taken away from Larry Holmes.
Well, Howard, it looks like we have another great hope.
Another warning. Just a minute here, Muhammad. That's a second warning. One more warning automatically disqualifies Holmes. The fight will be stopped.
Bobick real confident, too. You notice how hard he fights after these warnings.
Swimming trials for men and women. You'll see Mark Spitz as we look at him here in a practice session trying to qualify in the 4 events for which is the current world record holder. Gary Hall and Brian Jobe will also be competing for a spot on our Olympic swimming team. The women's event, Ellie Daniel. Also shown here in training, and Susie Atwood should be leading female swimmers and certainly top hopefuls for gold medals in Munich. Now, let's get back to the fight as we go into the third and final round. Bobick against Larry Holmes.
Holmes is still on his toes. He's really fighting now. Doing pretty good. He got a lot of stamina, still got a lot of strength, which means a lot. Bobick is staying on him, and he's a potential knockout artist. So Holmes has got to keep moving. They're trading a lot of punches, and this can be real dangerous for heavyweight. One more warning, they'll stop the fight on Holmes' part. So I hope that he can finish this thing out without losing it on an accident.
Good right there.
Right to the top of the head, which
Bobick
shook Holmes.
Now, Raleigh will be as lenient as possible.
He's holding on. Holmes is holding on. He's
fight stopped. Third warning. Referee stops contest. Third warning. That's an unfortunate way for this day of boxing to end here at the United
I'd like
States
to say, Howard,
Military Academy.
Holmes was really hurt, but he was on his feet. You can be knocked out on the floor, you can be knocked on your feet. Holmes was actually holding on because I think he wanted to fall, and the referee saw it.
I want to get referee Raleigh Schwartz over here if I can, in order for him to explain the nature of the 3 warnings so that the public will have a good understanding of this warning business when they watch the boxing events from Munich, West Germany. Raleigh.